Hello, friends. Hello. We are going to talk about today how to be influential in a world full of influencers. I'm going to try to keep this really quick, straight to the point. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, your upline, your sponsor, drop them in the comments. I will try to find them. Tag me in them if you can, if you're watching on social media. But let's get into it. So, everyone nowadays is an influencer, right? But very few are actually giving influence. So it's one thing to promote products, to offer links, to sell things online, but it's another thing to become a household name that people think about when they need something, anything, life advice. You taught them something that they use every single day. You have promoted something that has changed their lives. You have given them the motivation to do something, to put action in their life. You want to be that go-to name when somebody needs something and not just your product. So that's the difference between an influencer and being influential. So you want to attract people who are magnetized to you, the value that you provide. You want them to keep coming back to your authentic personality, your message, and the passion that you have behind the business. And know that you are not just a walking billboard of your products 24/7. Does that make sense? Hopefully that is helping you see the difference between being an influencer and being influential. Previously, network marketing was all about cold messaging random strangers, going for the no until you finally get that yes, right? Like, you don't want to talk to 100 people and ask them to buy your product just to be told no 99 times and hope that that one person is all you need for success, right? That sounds horrible. That sounds terrifying. If that's your thing, great. If you're comfortable doing that, great. If that works for you, great. If that feels good for you, great. But I want to teach you something that is going to make it easier for you to connect with people. It's going to take the sleaze out of sales, right? We want something that feels good, feels easy, is aligned with us. And that's what I'm going to teach you. And that is attraction marketing. And that is how to get people to like and know and trust you simply by being yourself online. And they'll be buying whatever you're selling when you do post about this product, because you are not that walking billboard of your business, but you are a real person helping change lives. Does that make sense? So let me move down into my notes here. First, 3 common questions that I'm going to dive into. And then we'll talk about my method of madness behind social media. I should say my method of posting that I have found most successful in my 5.5 years plus of network marketing. Again, everyone's business is different. What you do in your business might not be what I do in my business. Everyone sees success differently. So you have to find what works for you. However, this is just a basis. If you are first starting out, if you have no clue where to start, let's try this for a few months and then adjust to what works for you, what works for your schedule, what works for your flow, what works for how you want to talk, what works among your customers best. Start analyzing what works for you. But for right now, as a basis, if you are feeling completely stuck or you just aren't sure where to even start, let's start here. Let's try it. Let's take a breather. Let's make it simple. Let's make it easy. Let's take the sleazy sales away. And let's just be authentic people. Does that sound good? Does that sound like how you want to run your business? So if that does, keep watching. Should you create a new social media account? No, never. Never, absolutely not. If you have already had this social media account and you already have friends and you're already making connections, do not create a new social media account. If you're constantly, engaged with the people on your account now and you are flowing with them and you feel connected to them, you do not want to create a new social media account, especially not Facebook. If you have 2 Facebook accounts, you can get one shut down if they're like a similar name. Similarly, if you're adding people from a second Facebook account, they're going to stop paying attention to one of them. And it's most likely going to be the one that they're always getting sold to, because we are in a world that we are always being sold to. So if you're making another social media account just to sell people something, you're going to start getting blocked, unfollowed, deleted, because people don't want to be sold to. They want that connection. They want that real person. They want to support someone they feel connected to, not another big brand business that's just trying to take their money. If you are just creating an account to sell to them, you literally are only caring about their money. We don't want that. We want you to be the people that care about them first and their money second, or maybe even third, fourth, fifth. But they come first, and then your perks. Because when you are helping other people feel good about themselves, they're more willing to help you. So if you are being that person, that connection, that friend, and then on the rare chance that you do post something that you're like, hey friends, I have this available, all of them are going to flock to you because they're going to be like, hell yeah, friend, I want to support you because you are always there for me. You are always helping me. You are always changing my life. You are always the motivation in my life. You are always that light in my life. So I am here to support you because you are always here to support me. You see how that feels so much better than if you are just adding someone and be like, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, buy this, buy this, buy this, here's my link, here's my link, here's my link, here's my link. There's a place to do this. There's a time and place to do this. However, it is not your social media account. So do not start over. Do not start over on your social media account. And we are going to dig into where to do things in just a moment here. But for right now, do not start a new social media account. All right, moving on to the next one. What is attraction marketing? Attraction marketing is getting people curious about you, your brand, your story, your journey, where you've been, and where you are taking people along with you. Attraction marketing is building curiosity behind what is even going on behind your closed doors. People want to be living your life because you are sharing the juicy little sprinkles, but not all the details. Attraction marketing is getting people excited to see your face on their screen. It is showing your personality, and it is getting people to come and flock to you. You're not going to be selling mainly on your social media. Your social media page is going to be for you to connect, like we said. So you want people running to you, not flocking away from you. And that is what attraction marketing is going to teach you. You're not chasing people down. People are coming to you. Doesn't that sound so much easier than going for 100 messages online and hoping that one person says yes? We're going to let the people come to us. So we're going to utilize this, and I'm going to teach you how to master that. So the third question is, do I have to post every single day? No, but you should. No, but you should. Absolutely. If you are going to burn yourself out constantly creating new content, don't. Your sanity, your happiness with your business, top priority. If you are burning out and it is becoming a chore to post every single day, don't. But if you are just doing as an excuse, like I don't know what to post. Maybe I won't post today just because I didn't get that much engagement yesterday. If you are finding an excuse to not post, and it's not just because you are burning out, make a post. Make a post. That is your subconscious mind talking you out of doing the work because you're uncomfortable. It's time to get uncomfortable. Share something you don't want to share. Go deep inside yourself. Teach someone something that you've learned in your life that you think someone needs to know. When you can't think of anything to share on social media, share a story about your past and a lesson you've learned. And that's going to take some work to get uncomfortable and to be vulnerable and share with people. But that's how you build trust with people. People want to see a little glimpse of themselves in you. So anytime you're having a lull in posting on social media, share a glimpse inside your life. Get people inside your life for just a brief moment on social media. They don't have to know every detail of your life. They don't need to know everything going on behind closed doors. But share the parts that are going to be valuable to others, that other people can learn from as well in their life. Your life is not boring. You're just making it boring. Your life isn't, not worth sharing. You're just uncomfortable sharing it. You have to get comfortable getting uncomfortable sharing parts of yourself online that maybe you haven't before. Doesn't mean you have to share everything. Like I said, you don't have to share anything you don't want to share online, but get inside people's emotions and post every single day. Other things like memes and games and whatever boring daily stuff, not boring, but like your normal day-to-day stuff, that all goes in your stories, and we'll talk about all that later. But your feed, make sure you're posting, try to post at least once a day, and we'll get into all that in a little bit as well. So your social media page, we're going to talk about 4 things: attraction, connection, commitment, and conversion. It's a 4-step process. First step, attraction. Second step, connection. Whoa. Third step, commitment. Fourth step, conversion. All right, we'll go through them again later. But first, we're going to start with attraction. And this is your social media page that we have been talking about. According to Meta, according to Instagram, according to Facebook, and whatever else is a part of Meta nowadays, who really knows? Bare minimum on your social media page. This is what you should be posting for them to give you the most engagement and to push you out into the social media world. Bare minimum, you should be posting one daily post made by you, an organic post, not shared from somebody else. So something that you posted, one every single day, that is relatable, valuable, nurturing to your friends, your followers. So that doesn't mean you're selling something. That doesn't mean it's a reel. That doesn't mean you're asking them to do anything. The nurturing posts are just sharing that inside look into your life. Sharing that story that gets them thinking a little bit differently. Sharing that story that shatters their beliefs about something. Sharing that tip that's going to make their life easier every single day. Sharing a challenge you've had and how you overcome it to help someone also do the same. Sharing where you used to be to help someone see the path and help see that there's someone out there like them that they can connect to and trust and look to in their time of need. So one post a day should be you showing a little bit of vulnerability, a little inside look, or catering to, or asking the questions, or getting insight about things that matter to you. You can ask questions about hobbies, or even just talk about things you have interest in. Again, that's building trust within your community. You're building a community around the things you like. So that, again, is a relatable, nurturing post. You want to share something like that at least once a day to your Instagram and your Facebook page, or one or the other. You don't have to do both. If you are more engaged in one or the other, you have more people that are more interactive in one or the other, focus there. I do suggest you focusing on one minimum, two even better, but one bare minimum you want to master and focus on. So that should be happening at least once a day. That one nurturing, relatable, valuable post. Second, you should be posting minimum one reel. That's those 1 minute or less short videos on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. One reel minimum a week. Just one a week, not one a day. Like all the gurus say, Facebook and Meta says, if you are posting that one valuable post every single day and that one reel a week, they're going to be happy with you. They're going to be really happy with you. Obviously, the more you post, the more chances those reels are going to boost you to other people outside of your friends list, right? Reels are what help you get connected to other people outside of your friends list and help other people see your content and bring awareness to your page. And they can hit the follow button if you have the creator profile set up, or they could come add you, or whatever the case. So that one reel a week is going to help you get pushed out into the algorithm to get more people looking at your content. The valuable, the relatable, the nurturing post is what they're going to come back and see and decide if they want to follow you, if you're someone that they're going to find value in. So that reel attracts, that value keeps people interested. And then once a week, have a call to action. That is asking people to do something. So whatever you sell, you could post a product of you with the product and say a little bit of information about it, or tell a story about it. It's really important, you guys. The storytelling is the important part of this. We'll talk more about storytelling, so hang on tight. But the storytelling is really important even when you are doing a call to action. You want to engage in people's emotions. So once a week, you want to have that call to action so that when that trust is built from all the nurturing you've done all week, they're going to flock to you because you haven't repetitively been like, buy from me, 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 buy from me every single day. They just saw it once and they're like, you know what? I could use that and I like her. So I'm going to buy that. And if they don't buy that week, they're still going to know that in maybe next week when they have their paycheck and they see your face again in that nurturing post, they're still going to be thinking of it. They'll remember and they'll be like, hey, I just got paid. Is that still available? And you'll be like, of course. all because you continued to nurture them throughout the week after. So you can see how they all continue to work together. So that is on your main social media page, not on a group, not on your stories, not on a Facebook page. It's on your personal profile. Personal profile. Next, we're going to talk about your stories. And your stories are where you continue to connect with the people that you have already brought into your social media page. According to Facebook, Meta, Instagram, minimum 1 a day, of course. Again, if you're going to burn out and you feel like you are literally dreading waking up out of bed to do this thing, don't do it. Give yourself a break. It's all right. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay. You don't want to burn out. I promise you, burnout is avoidable. So don't lead yourself to burnout first. But again, if you're just finding an excuse not to post, find something to post. You can easily find a little quote, a little meme to throw up in your stories on the days you have nothing to say. Just throw up a quote. You don't even have to say anything. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to show a product. You don't have to tell a story. You don't have to talk about anything going on in your life. Bare minimum on those days, at least just throw up like a quote or something that really hits home with you. Like if you're struggling that day, go search up some quotes relevant to what you're struggling with. Throw it up on your stories and someone will relate to it. That's all that matters, that you're continuing to push out content that makes you relatable, trustworthy, a friend to these people that you might have never even met in real life. So this is your chance to nurture that connection even further in the stories. And then remember, your social media was the attraction. Your stories are the connection. So use your stickers, especially. I'll throw up something on the screen here. Use your stickers in your stories to get people engaged, to get people commenting, voting, whatever, expressing interest, because in your stories is when you can start to sell. You can start with attraction marketing a little bit harder, with starting to show the actual products more often. You can show products every single day. On your stories, you can sell every single day. It's just not on your personal profile page that you want to sell every day. But when you're throwing it up on your stories, you're not just going to be like, look at this, buy it, look at this, buy it, look at this, buy it. All right, we're not doing that yet. Not yet. This still isn't the place to do the look at this, buy it. There is a place, like I said, for the look at this, buy it, but it is not your personal page. It's not your stories. Your stories, you can be like, oh my God, just using this. Who wants more information? Or this does this. Do you struggle with this? Comment your name for more information. This is where you're asking for them to take action. And then we're going to move it to the DMs. We're going to move to the DMs and start figuring out what the next step is going to be after that. So your stories are taking them from your personal feed where you are starting to make friends with them. Then your stories, you're starting to connect with them. They're starting to get a little bit more interested in what you're selling. And then they're going to start asking questions. They're going to start wondering a little bit more about that product you keep talking about, that product you keep sharing in your stories, that product you keep saying is going to solve this problem that they secretly have, but they don't want to tell anyone about. So if you keep hitting on their pain point for long enough and keep telling them how this product is going to change their lives or help them in some way or how amazing it is, if you keep putting this in their mind that it is something that they need and you know that it's hitting on a pain point of theirs, they're eventually going to ask the question. And that is going to move it to your DMs where we are going to either have them commit or convert. They're going to either commit or convert. So we're going to talk about commitment first. Well, commitment, conversion. When they're in their DMs, they're either going to commit or convert. Commit, we're going to either try to funnel them into our group or we're going to try to convert them into a sale right away. So you got to kind of feel out what they're asking. You have to ask more questions before you decide which direction you are going to take them. So someone messages you. They want more information on the product. Great, you have a conversation. They're not quite ready to buy, but they said maybe next payday. Great. I'm going to send you an invite to my community group on Facebook where I continue to post deals. We do fun games. It's a nice little community hangout. Here's the link if you want to come hang out. And I'm also going to just send them an invite right away as well. They're going to come hang out, and then every single day they're going to start seeing my daily sale posts because the group, it's a safe space. They know they're getting sold to. They joined that group because they intended on getting sold to. They didn't add you as a friend intending to get sold to. They did not necessarily hop into your stories intending to get sold to. When you put them in that group, they know that they're there because you are selling something. So it's okay if they see that daily sale post every day. It's okay if you message them about sales that they comment on things like, oh my G, or OMG, this is so cute. Message them. It's okay if you talk to them about sales then, because you know that they are interested. But if they hop into your stories and they're like, oh my God, tell me about this product, blah, 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 and they don't like it, you're not going to word vomit all over them about things they don't care about and be like, join my group, because they're not going to join your group. They don't want to join your group. You have to ask more questions and see, are they trying to buy later? Are they trying to buy now? Or were they just kind of curious more about what this product is to make a decision if it's something that they like? Just because they ask doesn't mean they're committed yet. So we have to make sure that they are committed. Committed was the groups. Make sure they're committed. We're going to get them in the group. And then we're going to make sure that we get the conversion if they are interested by asking the right questions in our messages. If at that point they say they are just ready to buy right now, great. Here's my link for you. At the same time, after you've sent them their link, you're also going to send them the invite to your group so they can continue to commit and convert, commit and convert, commit and convert. And they will continue to connect with you on your normal social media page. So you are continually giving them value on your social media page. You're continually giving them extra value, connection, hitting on their pain points in the stories, telling them more stories, and showing them why they need something in their stories, attracting them even more. So the attraction and connection continue on even as they are committed and converting. So they will continue to go through this cycle with you, except we're going to skip the commitment because they're still just seeing this. That's still kind of part of the nurturing now. So we're just going straight from connection, attraction, to conversion, to them continuing to come back to you because you keep giving them what they want, the value, the connection, before the commitment. You're not forgetting the important stuff up here before they've committed to you. So at this point, they've committed. Once they have committed and converted, and you continue to nurture, they will continue to convert for you. If you do not continue to nurture them, they will not continue to convert. You will have to keep looking for new buyers. But if you keep giving value and keep giving people a reason to come back, they will have no reason to look elsewhere because you are giving them everything they need. You are a person they like, know, and trust. Because you have went through the flow of attraction, connection, commitment, and conversion. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Also optional, you guys, you can use your Facebook page, like a business Facebook page too. What I like to do, I don't like to reinvent the wheel, so I just take posts from my community group, I take posts from my public social media page, and I throw them together over on my Facebook business page. And the reels that I reuse them over on my Facebook business page, and using the hashtags and utilizing that gets more people seeing your content as well. So that is something to consider, but it should not be your top priority if all of this is still overwhelming. If all of that is something that you feel really comfortable doing, that system is something that you have a pretty good grasp of, the 4 steps, go ahead. Utilize the business Facebook page. It's going to get more people seeing your content, more people seeing your link, and more people getting the value. It never hurts to have more eyes on your content. So if you can do that, by all means do. But again, if it's going to burn you out, do not do it. So a few more things, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. I want to talk about a few important pieces of any social media post when you are talking about your story, when you are telling a story on a social media post. This isn't for every post. Not every post you make has to be this big, long story, right? Some things can be quick, short, to the point. You can nurture people quickly by just saying, like, look at what I'm up to today. What are you guys doing? Like, that's nurturing. You're asking questions. You're getting to know people. Not everything has to be this big story. But when you are sharing those vulnerable moments, there are 4 pieces that I want you to consider. So the first being the hook. That is that first line that people read that's going to stop and get their attention. That hook should be something that shatters their beliefs in moments, or makes them question their beliefs, or they can see themselves in a moment's time. So if let's see, let me think of an example here. Like, I know in the past I have done things for like emotional eating. So I could be like, your binge eating is caused by unhealed or unfelt emotion, and people are gonna stop. Your binge eating is felt by unhealed emotion. I was trying to think of an example I could use for all companies. So your binge eating is caused by unhealed emotion. That's enough to get someone to stop and question and be like, is she right? Is that even right? What does she have to say about that? It's gonna make either them question if I even have any authority, or it's gonna make them question and be like, whoa, is that why I'm binge eating? Either way, it's getting people to stop. Either they think I'm full of shit, or they think I'm about to change their life. So you want something that's going to be maybe a little controversial, maybe pull on someone's emotions a little bit, but you want them to stop. You want that to be so captivating and so full of emotion that they see themselves in it and go, wait a minute. In that very first sentence, because if they don't have that, they're going to keep scrolling. So your hook is everything. Your hook is everything. After that, you need an emotional body, emotional piece of work, emotional text that's going to connect to someone's heartstrings. It doesn't have to be like weeping tears every single time. It can be anger, it can be frustration, it could be worry, any emotion. You want to tap into the emotions of someone and the emotions that you felt in that time about the story you're telling. You need to tap into your emotions and find a way to tell that for other people to also tap into that and feel that and see themselves in this. So maybe take yourself out of the story and be like, have you ever blah, 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 blah. Or you know when blah, 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 blah. You have to put them in the story too, in your story somehow when you're telling the story. Does that make sense? So you need to connect to their emotions and get them invested in the story and get them seeing themselves in the story after you've caught their attention with that hook. Then you need a thought-shattering conclusion. What is going to change the way that they're doing things now or seeing things now? What actions are you going to get them to take to fix the problem that you just let them know they have or that they were struggling with? What are you going to suggest for next steps? How are you going to resolve this problem that you just made them aware they had? How are you going to change their lives? That is the thought-shattering conclusion. And again, it doesn't have to be anything extreme, but you just want to be able to change their life somehow, some way. So start thinking of what problems you used to have, what solutions you found to fix them, and start sharing that journey. Your journey in the past is someone's right now. So if you can help someone that's even just a couple steps behind you in life, you're changing lives and people are going to trust you. So you have the hook, you have the emotional body, you have the thought-shattering conclusion, and lastly, the call to action. And I know earlier I said in your post, you should only have one call to action a week. That one call to action a week, I mean, is your business post. Like, buy something from me, join my groups, host a event, something like that. One of those a week. But every single post should have a call to action. So heart react this post if this was valuable. Leave a comment if this sounds like you. Make sure to follow me for more content like this. If you enjoyed this, be sure to share this post with a friend. So your call to actions are getting people to interact with your post or to share your content with others. So there is always a call to action to get people to engage with you. There should always be one of those somewhere in the piece, generally at the end. Sometimes it's at the front after the hook as well. Like if it's, leave a comment if this sounds like you. Or I'm going to tell you a story. Leave a comment if this sounds like you, blah, 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 and then you can carry on. If you want more social media training in regards to what to post, please make sure you are checking out our Team Trello board I've provided for you guys. There are tons of resources in there for you, like pre-written captions, graphics. There's more training, social media, party, everything you need to know is in that Trello board. Get on that Trello board, please. If you do nothing else, go check out that Trello board. People make decisions with emotions, so you have to become a good storyteller to get them to shift their perspective. You build trust on your social media, they'll start checking out your stories. Then they'll start relating to you. They'll start asking questions. They'll get into your funnel. Your content will be heard. They'll start engaging, and you'll make the connection, conversion, all of that, commitment, everything. You'll go through the 4 steps without it feeling icky, salesy, gross, weird, without consuming your timeline with salesy posts, without overwhelming your friends with salesy posts, about only talking to the people that are interested in your product, about attracting the people that are only interested, and not having to go through that overwhelming, icky feeling of always hearing no. You're gonna get people that are already wanting to say yes if you ask the right questions and tell the right stories and hit the right pain points to get them there. People act on emotion. If you cannot connect to their emotion, you are not going to make the sale. Connection first, my friends, connection. So, recap. You have to attract them first with your main social media page. A valuable post every single day, a relatable or nurturing post. 1 reel a week and 1 call to action a week on your main page. Your stories, you're going to continue to connect. Hit on their pain points. Show them how you can make their life better. Tell more about yourself. Show more inside scoops of your life. Share the memes, the things that are going to make people haha and like you and trust you that we do in normal day-to-day social media. Then, once they're in your DMs, you're either going to convert or commit them. They're either going to convert to buy, to join your team, to host an event, or they're going to commit, to continue to keep learning about more in your group as you continue to nurture them. On your social media page, on your stories, and in that group. They're getting 3 whammies of you, and they're committed. They love it. They love you at this point. When they're in their group, they love you. They love you. Not your products, they love you. And that's what we need. So, if you choose to accept it, I have some homework. It's over in the team Trello board, so you have to have the team Trello board. And I just want you to start the Bring It Bootcamp. The Attraction Marketing Bring It Bootcamp. It is 5 days, Monday through Friday. Instructions are over in the team Trello board, so be sure to read through that. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, your sponsor, your upline, anyone in the team, whoever you are comfortable with. If you learned something new, make sure to drop it in the comments below. See that call to action. If you learned something new, drop me a heart in the comments or let me know what it is that you learned and what you are excited to implement. With that, I want to end this with a reminder that I love you and I'm here for you always. Yes, I love you. I love you. I want you to get used to hearing that because I appreciate you and I know we don't hear it enough. And I want you to hear it, and I want you to know that it's true. You are an equal member of this team. I hold so much value in you being here. I appreciate you existing in this world of mine and me being able to exist in yours, truly. And nothing fills my cup up more than the ability to have this badass tribe of women surrounding us, building each other's empires, building their own empires, building this team's empire all together because we are a community. We are not competition. And that is so important. My cat just knocked over their baby gate. Most people won't even start this training. But if you made it through to this end, you're a freaking rock star. I am so appreciative of you. You're going to do amazing things just because it's 34 minutes just now. And you showed up. You showed up. So thank you. That shows you have potential to do amazing, amazing things. That shows you are committed to a better life, a better future. And I cannot wait to see what you do. Remember, you are in this business for yourself, but never by yourself, my friends. So I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.